So I decided that this was too thin to hold this because I was afraid it was just gonna, it makes this bulge out too much. So basically what I've decided to do, since I've already made all of these little folios, little photo mat folios, I've decided I'm just gonna make a holder. Just put this in here and it's gonna hold it, and then I'm just gonna place it here, and then you can open it up, open and close it up, so you can still put ephemera down in there. So the way I made this, and I'm just gonna go, since I've already got the tape on this, I'm gonna go ahead and affix it. So I'm just gonna take this off. And I'm just going to line it up to the side. I can place this inside of here. And you can adjust it up or down or wherever you want it. And this can open up. So you have like a booklet, and then you also have a pocket behind it. So let me show you how I made this. You're going to need a total of 3 inches by 11 inches of paper, of whatever color you like. And you're also going to need some black for the hinge. You're going to need, so if I'm making 6 of these, you're going to also need 6 of these as well. You're going to need 3 inches by 2.5 inches of paper, black paper, and then color paper you're going to need. So you're going to take your mat holder and then grab your scoring board. And on the 11-inch side, on your long side, you're going to score at 4.5 and 5. So 4.5 and 5. And then you're also going to score at 9.25 inch and 9.5 inch. 9.25 inch and 9.5 inch. Now, you'll notice this is only 1/4 inch wide, whereas this is 1/2 inch wide. But it's because you have, it's thicker for some reason. It's thicker on this section than it is right here when you go to put your photo folio inside of it. So go ahead and take your black paper, your hinge paper, and you're going to score it on the, put it on the 2.5 inch side, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2 inches. So let me just zoom in so you can kind of see. So you're scoring, you can see that, at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2 inches. I'm going to zoom back out. Okay, and that's your hinge. So you're going to take some red score tape and you're going to go ahead and put some some tape on each section. And you don't have to, oops, well, I have to fix it. You don't have to use red score tape. You can use whatever kind of tape, double-sided tape that you like, but to me, red score tape is more sturdy. And if you're going to use it as a hinge or something that you're going to open up a lot, then you're going to need something really strong to make sure that it's not going to come up. So you're just going to go ahead and burnish it. Make sure that's down really well. Then you're going to, okay, these two right here, the second and the third one, you're going to go ahead and take off. You're going to peel these off. The second one and the third one. And you're going to fold the two over top each other. So then you're going to open it back up. And these two, this is your hinge right here. And then these are going to go, when you bend this over, these are going to connect your mat storage or cover or whatever you want to call it. That's what it's going to do. So flip it over. To where you see all three of these. Flip it over to where you see all three. Your hinge is to your left, and then you've got all three of these. Okay, look and see how you're going to close your mat holder. It's going to close like this. So you're going to have like a 1-inch side, and then you've got this little 1/4-inch side. So on this score line, when you're looking at it like this, the back portion of it, okay, so this is the closure, this back line right here, flatten it down up against your paper, and then you're going to line it up against this first strip here. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. And this is going to go over top of it. So I'm just going to zoom in so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm just basically lining this up at the top, press it down, and then I'm just going to line the rest of it up in a line, and then just burnish it. Okay, so with this still being flat down, I'm going to go ahead and peel these off. And I'm just going to move this straight across like this. And so now you've got your hinge. So this part is going to fold downward. It folds down because when you go to put it on here, it's going to open and close. So if you want to, you can go ahead and see, this is your opening. Fold it downward. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see better. So this is your closure. So it goes down. The hinge goes down. So let's just go ahead and smooth it down. And we can go ahead and add some tape, double-sided score tape. on the part that's going to connect to the book. So when you're looking at it from this angle, it's this part right here. Let me turn it from here. This section right here is what's folding down. Alright, so but before we do that, I'm just going to take one of these and I'm going to kind of like line it up and kind of fold the paper. I'm going to fold these album things around it, kind of like this, and this is going to come around, and I'm going to add some these little fastener dots. I got these from the Dollar Tree. It's a little Velcro. So you're going to go ahead and put your set together. And then you're going to put this approximately in the middle as best as you can. And then you're going to kind of hold these two together like this, making sure that it's pretty tight going around. And then you're just going to line this edge with this edge as tight as you can get it. And then you're going to press down. And so now you have your hinge holder. And we can decorate it in a little while. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and put these inside the book wherever you want them at. And so I've already took the liberty of making I've made a total of 6 of them. So some are blue, some are green. So I used blue on this first one. I think I'll use blue on this one as well. You don't have to put it on the same side as this, as your mat that we originally had it on. You can actually put it wherever you want to put it at. So I think in this case, I will do just that. I'm just going to put it. I want it to open up like this. So I think I will still use blue. Yeah, I'll still use a light blue. I want it to open like this. So instead of having it coming from this angle, it's going to come in from this angle. So go ahead and take that off. I'm just going to put this in here. So there's a holder. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'll put it on this side. I think I'll use green. And I want it to come this way. So just line it up into the center and put it on there. Then you can add your booklet, your file in there. So there's another one. this blue on this one. Going this way. It's amazing how you don't have to have like a super huge album to hold quite a number of photos and ephemera. Okay, so this next one, this one's going to have green on it, so I'll have it going this way. And then for the last one, this one's going to go this way too. Okay, so this is what we have so far. You have your folio that opens up, you have your tuck spot, and you also have a pocket here. You have your magnetic closure that opens up. Then you have your folio here that opens up. And you have your pocket here. You have your folio here. And you have your magnetic opening. And this is a tuck spot here. And you have your opening here. We don't have a tuck spot here. The tuck spot is here. And then you have your folio. You have a tuck spot here. You have more photos. You have a tuck spot here. And of course the tuck spots that are your pockets here. You have a tuck spot, your folio, and then your little pocket, and then you have your little tuck spot in here. So now we need something for our tuck spots. And I want to make some mini clipboard tabs and 4x6 pockets, or I guess not pockets, but mats. So basically what you're going to need, there's going to be tabbed mats. You're going to need 12 4x6 designer papers, or you can make it a little bit bigger. You can make it 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 if you like. and then then you're also going to need a 12 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 inch front mats. Or if you decide to make that 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, then instead of those being 3 3/4, it'll be 4 by 6. So you just make it a 1/4 inch bigger if you want to go up a size or down a size. You go down a 1/4 of an inch. So I've already made these, and they're double-sided. And I just took some scrapbook paper and just kind of just made mats out of them. I cut them down to size, you know, and made some photo mats with them. And I'm going to do this one the same. And I took an alcohol marker and went around the edge, you know, just so you can see the outlining of it. I did that on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this white mat down to it. Okay, and now I want to make some tabs. And so these are going to be, let's see, like this. I'm just going to glue these to it so that you can just pull it on out. And what you're going to need for these, you're going to need 12 double-sided mini clipboard tabs. And the way that I make these is you're going to take, first you're going to need whatever color cardstock you want. You're going to need 5.5 by 3.5 inch paper, and then on the 5.5 side, you're going to score it at 2 3/4. So let me just put these measurements up here. You're going to need 5.5 by 3.5. And you're going to need 12 of those if you're going to fill in all of your pockets. And then you're going to score at 2 3/4 of an inch. And so I've already cut and scored. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. And you're going to need I'm using the Tim Holtz Movers and Shapers mini clipboard die. And I'm only using the top part, I'm not using this bottom part. And anytime you're using movers and shapers, you have to have the tray, the base tray, because that's how this sits. So let me demonstrate how I made it. So you're going to need your base plate or tray or whatever you want to call it, your base plate. So I have the blue. The blue that I use is the side that doesn't get cut. It's smooth and flat. Then you're going to put the base tray down. Then you're going to put your die down. Now let me zoom in so you can see where I'm placing the paper. So I folded it on the score line. So when I put it on here, I'm putting it just at the top of the die, so that when it cuts it, it doesn't cut it into two separate pieces. It leaves the two together. But if it does cut it, that's fine. You can still glue it back. But I want to make sure, I want to try to make sure that it stays together. So you want it slightly It's like right at the top, almost slightly below it. And then you're just going to feed it through. Let me zoom back. And I just I do it like 2 or 3 times just to make sure it cuts really well. I messed up, which is fine, but I had it down too far. So what I'm just going to do, since I did that, I'm just going to cut it in 2 separate pieces, and I'll just have to glue it together. But I have some that are already cut. Okay, so since I messed up on it, I'm just still going to go ahead and glue the 2 together. So I'll show you. Basically, just make sure that they're lined up. Let's see. I think I need to trim this one. That's fine. So you're just going to put glue on it. And you're going to line it up to the middle, and you're going to make sure that that's straight on that side. Make sure it's straight. Then you're just basically going to put some glue on this one and attach it to it. And then you have your little clipboard tabs. And I'm just going to do all these like that. Now for the ones that are connected, it's so much easier because you can just go ahead and do one side. And you're just going to line this up. You're lining your mats up to about here and here, to like the tops of that in the center. And you're just going to turn it over and make sure it's straight and centered. And then you're just going to add glue to that. The good thing about it being connected is you basically know you're going to get it. It's already lined up pretty much for you to glue it on. So you have like a clipboard photo mat. So I'm just going to go through and do all these, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got them all done now, double-sided. They're all ready to get placed in here. So I'm just going to open it up. And so there's a pocket here. I'll put one of these there. Put it right here, and then since there's a pocket here, I'm also going to put a corresponding one from the same paper line here. And then there's another pocket here. That in there. And there's another pocket here. And here. And one in here. And then I can also put one in here with the, what you call it, your little folio things. You can pick and choose which one you feel like looks best. Okay. I think that's about it for now, and then on the next video we'll just go through embellishing it. So we've got it's almost complete. We just need to add some embellishments and stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Check out my social media, my blog, and all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.